So, with my viewing in episode 9 in The Amazing Little Circus, I can say that I watched the full series. And as someone who has been watching this series since the pilot came out in 2023, I can very much say that some episodes are better than others. So, now that the whole series came out, I'm gonna do a ranking of every episode from worst to best. This is my opinion, so I don't expect everybody to agree with my opinions here. So if you don't agree with my opinion, then I highly encourage you to comment why. In fact, make your own rankings in the comments. I really don't care. This entire ranking, we're only going to be ranking episodes from the series. So no marketing advertisements or teasers are going to be included. I also do not own any of the clips shown in this video. They all rightfully belong to the creators and Glitch Productions. This video is only meant for criticism purposes only. So with all of that in mind, let's get into the ranking. Yeah, to be honest, this is easily my least favorite episode. Never really thought it was as interesting as any of the other episodes in the series. Some parts drag on a bit too much too, like this part where Jax is having a weird dream. Goes on for 2 whole minutes! 2 whole minutes of... How do I even describe this? Some parts in this episode also feel kind of boring. The plot twist at the end is also done pretty badly, where it turns out the whole potentially escaping the circus thing was just a freak! Then you pretty much just feel like you just wasted 32 minutes of your life. However, despite all that, I do still really like this episode. There are some pretty funny jokes, like the fish Easter egg scene that you're seeing right now. Check this out, guys. I can do a really good impression. I'm the one who tells lies!
Dude, you ruined it.
Plus, this episode has some pretty funny gimmicks, like the godforsaken Chinese room and Abel. Seriously, I cannot express how much I hate that stupid little man. The slight scenes of footage while the camera was focused on Jax during the ending of the episode. Yeah, this episode's pretty good. Don't let its low ranking fool you. And moving forward, keep in mind I like every single episode in the series. This is just the one I liked the least. Anyways, I feel like I've been here long enough. Let's move on. Yeah, this episode's not really that interesting either. It's not really too much done with this episode, other than some funny jokes and gimmicks. I could care less about 40% of this episode, but the car chase with the gummy dinosaurs was pretty funny. The characters and jokes are really the only major redeeming quality about this episode. So yeah, it's good but not great. Let's move on. Yeah, now we're getting into the really good ones. The pilot episode for The Amazing Little Circus, I think introduces the series and characters pretty well. Jax is the one that's always trying to piss everybody off. Ragatha's the one that always tries to keep things positive. Gangle's the more sensitive and emotional one. Zubal's the annoyed and sarcastic one. And Kinger's the crazy lunatic that has been in the circus for longest. It's also very nice how this pilot leaves some unexplained mysteries, so you're highly encouraged to watch the rest of the episodes. Plus, there's also that one teaser they made, so I guess you can't blame them.
What the f*** am I looking at?
The plot is basic, but it's forgivable, especially for being the pilot. It also gives a good warm-up for what's to come in this series. So yeah, great way to start off the series. Let's move on to the next episode to cover.
Oh, scary! Shiver my timbers! Shut.
This episode is so dark, but so funny at the same time, dude. Like, this episode and its themes are really, really dark, being about death and losing someone. And it's definitely very, very fitting for the Halloween special episode. The characters are also really good, too. I love the way the spotlight is put on Kinger, talking about his final moments with his wife before she went to the abstraction cellar. And I really like the side plots with most of the other characters. It was super funny to see Zubal and Kane have a therapy session.
You're probably not even listening.
Zubal, look at this cool bee I drew!
The animation is also so damn cool too. Does this look like Ambush? Tell me this doesn't look like Ambush. Like, the animation is honestly so cool. Like, it's just done so well here. Oh, and that scene of Pomni and Kinger walking through the Hall of the Damned? Absolutely beautiful. I also like some of the Easter eggs in this episode, like Bubbles' reversed lines.
What?
can't wait for all the children in the audience to get horrible nightmares from the monster.
There's also the cool gimmick that something different happens to each person when they hold their breath. Something not needing to be written, but still written because it was just cool. Alright, I've been talking about this episode for way too long. Let's just move on.
What? This guy, he tripped and fell in the back of McDonald's? Subscribe to my YouTube channel and follow me on Instagram.
This is actually genuinely insane. What type of episode goes from cute, quirky, and humorous to weird and unsettling to sad and depressing? Episode 4 can do that in a matter of 23 minutes. This episode is really funny. I always thought that the design of Gangle's happy mask was really cute. Like, look at this. It's also super funny to see Gangle finally get her way back at Jax in this episode by literally torturing him. Like, no, this is actual torture. Rabbits are afraid of flashing lights. It's also really funny to see Ragatha go high after getting the stupid sauce in her eye and end up becoming way more brutally honest. It's also really funny to see these guys get tortured because of fast food labor. But at times, it's also kind of depressing, seeing Gangle almost pass out because of the effects of the happy mask. But it's still absolutely hilarious, even to the small details. Horseman doing this.
Wait the customer while the customer is still here.
Like Kinger apparently being the only one to get an A+. And it's a picture of him riding a bull. Bro didn't even go on the adventure, what the hell? And then we have this part. It's just epic. I really just cannot express how amazing this part is, dude. The visuals of Gangle leaving onto the road mixed with the hopeful music, like, oh my god! This part is just amazing. Too bad I can't play it though, cause of copyright issues. But holy crap, this is amazing. So yeah, good episode. Definitely probably the most overlooked episode in this series. From what people say, it's mostly just, oh, this episode's mid. Some people even say that it's the worst. But to be honest, I think it actually has some good elements. I mean, this is my opinion, so yeah, that's really all I have to say about this episode. Let's move on.
Edgar, Diego, Lucy, Kramer, Emilio, Morgan, Cosmo, Solomon, Phil, Joe, Aaron, Jordan, Eugene, Oliver, Richard, Tyrone, Jones, Henry, Kevin, Daniel, Stephen, Larry, Philip, Logan, Chris, James, Jack, Oliver, Jackson, Aiden, Mason, Luke, Levi, Cameron, Wyatt, David, Carter, Isaac, Jaden, Luca, Thomas, Maverick, Joshua, Charlie.
Out of all of them, this is definitely the most unexpected one. It's already scary enough that this is the only digital circus episode with a warning at the beginning. It's really unusual to see Kane, a cartoonly peaceful character, go this insane. It's also really fun to see Kane torture the cast in such a cartoony way. Like, this is crazy. Kane, y'all's asking you to chill out. But at the same time, it's just so peak. Like the song I'm Running the Show. This is just amazing. The character personalities are also pretty well represented here. Like during Kane's crash out scene, where all of them are kept in a nightmarish room spaced around their greatest fears. And it's just so cool, man. This entire episode is really cool. I really like the animation and visuals. The plot is also done pretty nicely here. And this would have definitely been number 1, but there was just a few more episodes that I think are just way better. Let's get on to those episodes.
Holy shit.
At number 3, I chose episode 9, Remember. Now I know what you're thinking. How does this 11-year-old kid not think that episode 9 is the best episode? Well, because there's some slight things I don't like about this episode.
Hey, hold up!
No, don't get me wrong, this episode's still really good. But to be honest, the pacing at times is pretty bad. Plus, for a plot like this episode is way too long. Like, 58 minutes? Really? Plus, Kaufmo's voice was way too deep. To be honest, half the time, it felt like they were just doing a regular voice instead of actually improvising and giving a good voice for Kaufmo. Like, I want you to look at this guy and think of what type of voice he'd had. Now look at what his actual voice was.
What's up with Ribbit lately?
I have no idea.
We were friends, but I know you two were... Jax, look, I know we don't get along, but I think I might have found a way out of here.
See what I mean? And the ending is really good, but it's not amazing, to be honest. Also, why did Jax get a segment in Kane's movie, but Ribbit and Kaufmo didn't? But despite everything that bothers me about this episode, there's still some good parts about it. I really love how this episode focuses on Jax and his personalities and life. I thought it was really funny that his transgender side was represented by him in a maid outfit. And unlike episode 5, he actually enjoyed it. The Looney Tunes reference scene was pretty funny, presenting his quote-unquote funny side. Yeah, I just think the personality on Jax is really well done. And for an episode that they had 3 months to get out, this is really well made, and you can tell that there was a lot of effort into it. And even with how much I roasted the ending to this episode, I still love it. And the segment with Kane's movie is really nicely done. And Kane's character development is absolutely amazing here. And it's lovely how he finally actually engages in human activities and lends them more freedom, listens to suggestions more often. Plus, I really love how they show the human versions of the amazing little circus cats at the end. But again, Jax is there, and Ribbit and Cosmo aren't. If we're gonna put Jax in, then you might as well just put Ribbit and Cosmo in! How stupid are you? No, never mind. Let me chill out. Also, the final part with Pomni waving at the camera was just cute and nice. So yeah, nice and great episode. This is such a fun episode, dude. It's so fun to see these pairs of two characters bond together. I like the expansion put on Gangle's and Zubal's relationship, and how the way they're talking here just feels super genuine. And when Gangle is so happy just shooting everything and missing all the shots, she doesn't even care, she's just so happy. And Zubal's just there cheering on her. And Ragatha and Kinger were also pretty funny, just really trying to survive from Pomni and Jax. And I also thought this part was funny.
Wait! Oh, wow. I didn't actually think that'd work.
And also how Pomni and Jax grow a lot more closer and try and get her to be just like him. And it's just nice to see them have fun together with a lot of, violence! The plot is just absolutely amazing, and the characters are just really at their best here. So why isn't this number 1?
Not! I do not care about you or anyone else in this circus in the slightest! End of story!
Dog, you two were just singing Daisy Bell together in perfect harmony. We all know that you actually do care for people. Well, really that's a minor thing. When they were singing Daisy Bell, it was actually really well done.
I'm half crazy, all for the love of you. But you'll look sweet upon the seat of a bicycle built for two.
Like really, the voices of Michael Kovac and Lizzie Freeman go really well together here. Hopefully I pronounced their names right. So yeah, really nice episode here. Nice characters and plot. Oh, dude, look at that. I almost forgot to mention this scene.
You really want to know what I want?
Oh no.
I want the ability to have
Human reproduction.
No way. Are we finally having this conversation?
So that was an amazing episode. Do you want to see an episode more amazing? So you now finally made it here. And I mean without skipping using the chapters, my absolute favorite episode of The Amazing Little Circus is Untitled. This is such an amazing episode, dude. It easily has the best plot, references, characters. Oh, I can go on. This episode's concept immediately catches my eye. It's so fun to see multiple adventures suggested in the suggestion box. Feels like such a fever dream. In a good way though. I can go over every adventure and gimmick in this episode. In fact, actually, let's do it! Yeah, let's go! I kinda liked Poacher's Paradise. It was funny, but a bit too short for my liking. Though it was pretty funny. The President Pomni one, I probably had the same thoughts on. Except it was a little bit longer, so that's the only thing that makes it better. There's also this part. Digital Circus High School was pretty funny and cute. And seeing Gangle happy makes me happy, so yeah. Stargazing was pretty nice, and it also gives a nice little indication about Jax's abstracted friends. And plus, it's just nice to see a little chill segment in this episode that's mostly fever dream-like. The bar adventure, I forgot what it's called, and I like how it gives a good piece of everybody's life before they came to the Amazing Jewel Circus. It's a really nice segment in this episode that shares some brief lore. Good old-fashioned softball. The evil big tops and some other concepts in this game are really funny. And I thought it was super funny that Kingo was the only one that didn't get an evil clone. And it was also the origin of this scene.
What the heck?
Seriously, seeing Jax get tortured by wearing a maid outfit is so goddamn funny. And also some more spotlight on Ragatha's personality. Seeing her get more angrier than usual, which is a bit weird for this type of character, who usually tries to be positive. It's so fun to see this unusual game of softball. Actually, now I think about it, isn't this just baseball but Australian? If someone could just let me know in the comments, that would be nice. Also, intermission time is absolutely epic. Like, seriously, if you don't think this scene is epic, then you are 1 in a billion. This is just an absolutely amazing episode. Peak and creative plot with the characters at their absolute best here. That's why this is easily my favorite episode from the series. What else can I say? Breaking Bad reference.
Well, after my lung cancer diagnosis, me and my junkie associate from a chemistry class I used to teach started...
So yeah, thank you for watching my ranking video of the Amazing Little Circus. Thank you so much for watching. This took me like a week to make. If you enjoyed the video, give it a like. And also consider watching some of my other videos. And maybe even subscribing. So maybe you can give us a good start. And that marks the end of this video. Thank you for watching. Peace! Wow, it's about to take up my entire phone.